What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Viewer Suggested Tracks episode 5. This is a series where I take in suggestions from the donation page that I run from you guys, and it's been a super interesting series so far. Definitely a wide range of different music, and I think I have two interesting tracks for you guys here today. So the first track we'll be listening to is called Fool's Overture by the band SuperTramp. It was formed in the 70s in England. It's actually a band that has been covered in Viewer Suggested episodes. I think it was in episode 3. And it was a super interesting track because it was a progressive rock track with a lot of kind of phases in the song, and I felt like it was a brilliant track, and I'm super curious to get back into the band. This is suggested to me by Renee and Claire. Two different people suggested the same one. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Renee's name correctly. I also have quite a difficult name to pronounce if you don't know the pronunciation. And the second track is a live performance. It's going to come along with a video. It's called Tommy the Cat by Primus. It's a band that was formed in California in the 80s, and that one is suggested to me by George. So let's get into the music, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, here we go. This is the first track. This is Fool's Overture, and once again, it was suggested to me by Renee and by Claire. So here we go. Beautiful start to the track. Very sweet in its melody. This is the SuperTramp part of the track, that electronic noise in the back. They like to mix and match, they blend genres. Interesting, it looks like they've got a speech as part of the track. Trumpets coming in. Victorious feeling alongside the speech.
Fight on the seas and oceans, we shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall never surrender.
Okay, just a real brief pause. I don't know where this thing is going. You had like a kind of a sweet intro, piano intro with this kind of strange electronic noise in the back. You have some kind of cinematic style stuff going on in the background, trumpets, and a Churchill speech. So, yeah, I'm not too sure so far where we're about to go. What a strange mix of music. This sounds like some techno stuff. I love it. It's you don't know what's happening next. That's one thing about this band I can say for sure. And they kind of flip your emotions on you. You go from this feeling of serenity to this feeling of victory now. It's almost like we're on a victory march. I like that. Victorious sounding if I've ever heard it. Oh. Boo, bada, boo. That's cool. The sax and the pianos together in sync.
History recalls how great the fall can be while everybody's sleeping. The boats put out to sea. On the wings of time, it seemed the answers were so easy to find. Too late, the prophets cry. The island's sinking, let's take to the sky. Of his pride, everyone was laughing up until the day he died.
Very poetic two verses, which I really like. It's almost like a biblical prophecy being told out. You know, even says the prophets cry at one point. The island sinking, let's take to the sky. That's interesting. Is that speaking about, I mean, we're talking about a war setting. Are they speaking about Britain here, or is this a metaphorical island? You know, the fact that you have to ditch something that's no good for you, that's sinking. It's sinking in under its, you know, own weight of bad ideas, ideologically, whatever it may be. Whoops. Very interesting. I like this dude's voice too. It sounds very final, this moment in this track.
Although the wound went deep, still he's calling us out of our sleep. My friends, we're not alone. He waits in silence to lead us all home. So
Strings as well.
find it hard to grow. Well, I know. And you tell me that you've many seeds to sow. Well, I know.
Very cinematic track, for sure. A lot of poetry weaved into this one as well. And you tell me that you've many seeds to sow. And I love this line too. Born on the wings of time. Destiny, fate. Here comes the techno part of the track again. Funky.
Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you see the parts that I'm playing? Glory man, rock man, come on, queen. Joker man, Spider-Man, blue eyed queen. So you found your solution. What will be your last contribution? Live it up, rip it up, why so lazy? Give it out, dish it out, let's go crazy,
Wow. Okay, I have a lot to say about that for sure. One thing you have to commend this band on is the fact that they're completely original. They're not trying to be anyone. They're making music that is absolutely of their own kind of vision. And anytime anyone takes a chance, an artist takes the chance to do that, you have to commend it. And it's hard to hate on someone who's doing something that's completely their own style. I mean, you can't even compare this to many other types of tracks. This band reminds me a little bit of King Crimson. I heard that King Crimson track, or it's called 21st Century Schizoid Man. It reminds me of that a little bit in the fact that there's these musical sections and the track kind of turns and twists and it's kind of biblical in nature. Certainly a lot of the lyrics are. And once again, not many artists make music like this, so that in itself is really cool. But just like in chasing something that's wholly unique and on its own and can stand on its own, you kind of run the chance of not bringing everyone along with you, and that can tend to happen. Now, it's happened for me in this track. Because it's so unique and different, you can't almost orientate it. Like a lot of these tracks that people send in also are like quite further down into a rabbit hole, and it's like I'm not almost used to the music. So in that sense, I didn't love the track. Again, it was cinematic, it had its interesting parts to it, but I'm very much interested in listening to more SuperTramp because they make such unique tracks. Okay, straight on to the next one. This one was sent in by George, who says that I need to go down a new rabbit hole and check out Primus. So let's check this track out. Here we go. This is a live performance with a video involved. Funky bass line. That's a great groove.
I remember as if it were a meal ago. So coming to carry the real back there over 4 battle minerals swayed was mighty throat. Many a battle ran amidst demise was straight point blank down the cross barrel. This saw some prowling machine. Truly a wonder of nature, the serpent predator. Tommy the cat had many a story to tell, but it was a rare occasion such as this.
Okay, the kind of closest comparison I can make is to Red Hot Chili Peppers. They had this kind of funky style to them, especially early on in their career. It reminds me a little bit of that, especially with Flea's bass playing skills. It's got a similar type of bass style to that. I have no clue what he's saying. The drummer is fantastic though. I love this beat. When they connect. Whoa. Slap bass. Dude, this is like some kind of hybrid rap, whispers. I don't even know. It's like, are they called scat poets? Is that what they're called? I don't even know if you're supposed to understand what he's saying. It's just so fast paced. Wow. The crowd must have seen the lyric sheet for sure. Okay, another really interesting track to listen to. Okay, I think this fits for both of the tracks and the bands that I just heard. Is the idea that, like, do these guys know when they're creating the music that they're making something that is very niche? You know, I always wonder that with musicians. Is that a thing that you almost have to give up? The fact that you might be making a sound that is so unique to yourself that you kind of give up on the mainstream. You know, the idea of like being a Led Zeppelin, or I think Pink Floyd's not a good example because they're so experimental yet accessible. And I think that's the kind of middle ground that you want to hit. You want to have experimental aspects of your music, but be able to deliver it in a way that is easy to kind of consume if you're new to the band. I think that's the basics. So you're not making music, you know, something that is just silly and easy to recreate, and at the same time you still can be accessed by new people. And I think bands like Primus and Overture, SuperTramp are maybe too much on the experimental side. Too much for me, maybe too much, not too much for other people. Obviously people are big fans of this. You know, you've got a sold out event here. Things that I liked about it was how funky it was, how funky the bass line was, and I thought the drummer was doing a brilliant job. But the lyrical aspect of it and the vocal delivery of the dude, I don't know what the hell that is. That's the first time I've ever heard it. So it's going to take a while for me to get used to. So all in all, it's an interesting listen once again, but did I love the track? Not necessarily. So 2 interesting songs here for you guys today. And other than that, I guess I'll see you guys on the next one.